This episode of the Postmortem Show is dedicated to the memory of Bill Paxton.
Warning. This program may contain material of an explicit or graphic nature. Viewer discretion is advised. Warning. This program may contain material of an explicit or graphic nature. Viewer discretion is advised.
Broadcasting undead from the B Ward, this is the Postmortem Show. I'm Dom.
And I'm JD. And today we're going to give you our top 5 horror buddies.
Yeah.
Horror friends.
It's a genre that you're familiar with.
Yes, I am. I love it. And our horror buddies and best friends must be a significant part of the movie, not related, and not fucking.
Right.
That was my rules, because we've done couples.
What if they're
we've done
related and
families.
fucking?
I guess that would cancel each other out.
Yeah.
They can still make the list.
Yeah, I mean, that's not on my list, but this is Postmortem.
That
so.
will be another list. Top
Okay.
5 related people fucking in horror movies.
Yeah.
Top 5 incest couples.
Incest is best.
So how are you doing today?
I'm doing all right. I've been reveling in the very, very rapid collapse of Milo Yiannopoulos.
Yes.
For the last couple of days.
Yes, it's been a good thing. Right?
Oh man, all at once, just
Yeah.
boom! When it rains, it pours, motherfucker. And it was a 16-year-old Canadian girl that ultimately brought him down.
And I'm not saying, well, I disagree, because I'm not saying it was all post-mortem that destroyed Milo Yiannopoulos, but we had our event,
We did play our part.
and about a week later, he was gone.
Yeah,
gone.
We cursed him. That's
Yes,
what
we
You know
did.
what we did?
It was the ritual.
The Cloven Hoof Society cursed him.
The castigation ritual. He's gone.
Oh my God! Why didn't that even cross my mind?
Yes, he's gone now.
Fuck.
So, yes, never to be heard from again.
Yeah.
But, I'm a little sore.
Yeah.
I did a double shot this weekend, Friday and Saturday. I wrestled Friday for Vendetta Pro Wrestling. And this is the thing about being an independent pro wrestler. So Friday, I wrestled this completely fucking ridiculous match where prior to the match, I challenged a guy that is a Temptation, like the band The Temptations, like my girl.
Right.
That's his character.
Right.
To a dance-off.
Yeah.
And proceeded to dance while he danced, and everyone laughed, and it was all good times, completely comedic. And then Saturday, I had a fucking barbed wire death match with Mike Rain at UEW, which was amazing. But, like, completely serious, completely brutal, like, in 2 days. It's kind of cool to, the path I've chosen, because I can still do both, and I like to do comedy in the death matches, but it's kind of strange to do such polar opposite things within 2 days from each other. But I'm hurting. I banged my knee up pretty bad. It's completely swollen, and I'm glad I got at least a couple of weeks off right now in booking. So
Does Mike Rain have a history of death matches? Has he done a lot of them?
He used to do it a long time ago. He used to do it, but I mean, like for this, we've always wanted to have a match. Spoiler alert, guys. He's actually my friend, even though I cut him up.
Dun, dun, dun.
Even though I hit him in the balls with a bat covered in thumbtacks this weekend, he is my friend.
You mean the fact that you and Sledge fucked me over at Sencal and then a few days later we did a podcast doesn't have any bearing on reality? I came here mad.
But this is not the wrestling podcast. This is the horror movie podcast. So, we're going to get to horror news.
Dun, dun, dun.
Horror news. So, as we said at the beginning of the episode,
Yeah. Unfortunately, we had to dedicate this episode to the now late and great Bill Paxton. He died early this morning, today being February 26th, from surgery complications. They didn't specify what surgery he had, but he left behind a massive legacy of film. You know, he did all kinds of different movies, but he cut his teeth in horror and sci-fi, and he's one of my favorite actors.
yeah, Near Dark,
Yeah.
fucking Frailty is amazing, underrated
Yeah,
movie.
absolutely.
He's been all over the place.
The only man in cinema to be killed by Terminator, Predator, and Alien.
Yeah. Aliens. Yes.
So, yeah.
That's a trifecta of sci-fi horror villains.
Yes, it is. And it has to be said, game over, man.
It's all quiet now, Morgan.
Found his way out of this chicken shit outfit. In all reality, we mean no disrespect by making those jokes. I'm sure Bill Paxton would have appreciated them as well.
Yes, for sure.
You know, nothing but respect to him and the films he left behind and to his family. So.
Yes, rest in peace, Bill Paxton. We will always remember you, and I hope now you're boning the old lady from the Titanic.
About damn time.
Wasn't that the point of that movie?
Something like that, yeah. Bill Paxton fucks old women. That was the whole point of that movie.
And has questionable ear piercings. But yeah, we'll always remember him. One of my favorite actors, just like Dom said, in horror. But I got news about another Bill. In the upcoming Creepitus, starring Bill Moseley, 17-year-old Elizabeth and her young sister Sam are thrust into circumstances more terrifying than life with their abusive, drunken mother when they're forced to move into their deceased grandfather's house. Frightened beyond belief, they are forced to learn horrible things about their family history. Never mind the ghost in the house, there's something far worse that takes an interest in them. A cannibalistic clown named Creepitus.
Creepitus.
I think that's how you're supposed to pronounce it.
Yeah.
I watched a Red Band trailer. It looks creepy. He says something to a tied-up pregnant girl about, into your womb, something I'll pluck, one I'll eat, the other I'll fuck.
Yeah, go Bill.
Is he fucking the baby or the woman? Is he eating the woman or eating the baby? No one will know. Is he pedophile cannibal clown or is he just cannibal clown?
Yeah, cannibal rapist clown.
Yeah. I prefer for him to eat the baby.
Yeah. Yeah. You know,
You had to choose.
We've already seen a Serbian film, so that's been done.
I have invented a new genre.
Newborn clown porn.
That's so much worse for some reason.
Yeah, it is. Especially if it's like a newborn clown.
Oh my god. It honks when it's supposed to cry.
Yeah.
That's fucking horrible.
Wow.
Alright, so I guess that's the rating system. Newborn clowns?
Newborn clown pornographers?
Newborn clown pornographers. God damn it. Bill Paxton's family's going to sue us for dedicating this episode.
Oh man, straight up, we're fucked. We're going to be joining Milo on the unemployment line. Well, I hope I haven't seen the preview for this movie, but I have seen the stills from it, and that looks pretty good. So I'm hoping that we're getting Bill Moseley in all of his insane glory, and not disappointed Will Hoseley.
Yeah, we've seen it before. You know, sometimes I think when he's on set, he'll be like, "Oh, fuck this,"
Yeah,
and check out and get that check. You
Yeah.
know, and then other times he'll give it his all. I'm hoping this time he gives it his all, and yeah, it looks kind of low budget, so I don't know how good it's going to be, but. That line, one I'll out of your womb I'll plug, one I'll eat, one I'll fuck. That is so disturbing.
Yeah.
And he was like super creepy delivering it as the clown.
nice.
He kind of reminds me of that guy, was it Death's Head or whatever from 31?
Uh-huh.
He looks like that guy.
Okay.
So I'm hoping I'm hoping this isn't like the low budget 31.
Ugh.
You know how they do the movie?
Yeah.
And then there's like There's
the Asylum version.
There's actually a movie called Independence Day, which is spelled like independent.
Yeah,
S.
Yeah, I've seen that.
What
Not the movie.
fuck?
I haven't seen the movie, but I've seen the movie exists.
You know, that kind of shit. So if they're gonna steal from 31, I mean, it's not gonna be good.
They're gonna call it like 27.
30. It's one better.
Yeah. I got some upcoming movie news too. A movie called The Eyes is coming to theaters on April 7th, day after my birthday. Has an interesting trailer and synopsis. 6 strangers with unspeakable pasts wake up in prison in an abandoned warehouse and discover that they're being forced to participate in an evil government experiment. 5 must die, 1 can live, and they have 2 hours to decide amongst themselves who survives. The clock is ticking, and if they don't decide, they all die. Looks like 12 Angry Men meets Circle, with limited storytelling on a single set. So, and the preview looks like it's got some good intensity to it, and it's actually coming to theaters.
Cool.
It's not going to be a on-demand release. So,
What was the name of it?
The Eyes.
The Eyes. Okay, yeah.
And Nicholas Turturro's in it, and I love that guy.
Nicholas Turturro in The Eyes. Hellraiser Inferno.
Yeah.
He's in Hellraiser Inferno,
Yeah.
which is an underrated version for me. Like, I like Hellraiser Inferno. You know, I'm a big fan of Hellraiser Bloodline, Hellraiser in Space. A lot of people talk shit about it, but Inferno's probably one of the last good ones. Hellseeker was alright too, but Inferno was actually good, even though Pinhead was not that involved, and then after that, it was...
It still felt like a Clive Barker story.
Yeah.
So, and Nicholas Turturro does, like, creepy intense really well.
Yeah.
So, and he's the lead government agent who's sort of laying down the law for all of them. So I think that'll be interesting.
Awesome.
And I like limited storytelling. I like movies that feel like stage productions. And
I like limited storytelling a lot. Yeah, like Circle, like you said. Yeah, that's pretty awesome. So, finally, 2 teaser trailers for the new Tales from the Crypt M. Night Shyamalan Ding Dong Shiny Monkey version have been released. We've previously reported the classic Creep Keeper from the TV series would be abandoned in favor of the comic book version of the Crypt Keeper.
Yeah.
But now he's back and in the trailer.
Fuck yeah.
I don't know if a fan edited this together. If they took the old Crypt Keeper and put him in there to fucking troll everyone and then release this, I will be so fucking mad.
We'll personally drive down to HBO Studios and skullfuck everyone in the building.
Even though it's not their fault.
Right?
It's on TNT.
Yeah.
Yeah. But fuck, man, I hope we get some real Crypt Keeper.
Yeah. How's the preview look?
It looks awesome.
Yeah.
There's 2 different previews, and someone edited them together, but I don't think they put in the Crypt Keeper. There's one of M. Night Shiny Monkey talking about it, about what he's going for with some images, and there's one that's just like a dramatic preview, you know, with different scenes from the thing. Looks high budget. Looks like it's got some gore. I wish it would have had the titties and shit of old.
Right.
But
it might. You
not on
just don't
TNT.
see it on preview.
Yeah.
Oh, no, not on TNT. That's true.
Maybe for the DVD version,
Yeah.
but...
What if the M. Night... Because, you know, there's always a twist with M. Night Shyamalan. What if the twist is he's been the Crypt Keeper all along? Like in the first episode, he's going to pull his own face off. And it's going to be like...
That would maybe justify his existence.
Yeah. You know that movie Split that he came out with?
Yeah.
Was the sequel to Unbreakable?
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Wow.
And they just released that it's setting up for a 3rd movie with Samuel L. Jackson coming back as Mr. Glass.
Awesome. Yeah, I've heard it that it drew really well at the box office and stuff, so that's good. You know, Get Out is #1 movie in America right now.
I was going to go see it on Saturday and got called into work.
The horror's coming back to the box office, delivering.
I don't know if it still had it for its first 2 days out. Get Out had a 100% fresh rating on Rotten Tomatoes.
I know.
With 35 ratings, not just 1.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I do want to see it. So.
It's pissing off conservatives. So that justifies its existence in and of itself.
What else you got for horror news?
A limited edition 1,000 copy run of a book called Lost in the Shadows is set for release this August. Per the press release, the book delves into the complete history of the film The Lost Boys, from its inception as a Peter Pan-inspired kids' adventure film right through its enduring 30-year legacy, featuring brand new interviews with the cast and crew, including Queefer, Joel Schumacher, Corey Feldman, Alex Winter, and everyone else, including Richard Donner, and over 200 behind-the-scenes images. The book will serve as the ultimate chronicle to one of the most beloved monster movies of the 80s.
And I still believe...
I think it should be more than 1,000 copy run. I think they should just mass produce it, man. I want that book.
I've been in talks with one of my friends.
Yeah.
He's a mutual friend of ours.
Uh-huh.
I haven't told you this yet.
Yeah.
I've been in talks with him. We cannot confirm this yet, anything, but he has told me that he is friends with Tim Capello.
Really?
Of the Lost Boys.
Really?
The guy, the tan buff guy with the chains.
The oiled up sax man.
The oiled up sax man. And he is now in talks with him to come on the Postmortem Show as a guest.
You're shitting me.
I am not shitting you. And we will see if this delivers. I don't want to get you guys' hopes up, but we might always still believe. We'll still believe.
Wow. That would legitimize this show.
It would. We've had Doug Jones.
Yeah.
We've had Lucifer Valentine.
Yeah.
Not as guests, but as endorsers.
Yeah.
We've had some guests.
Yeah.
But if we could get greased up sax man Tim Capello on this here show, it might be the last episode.
Ever. The last podcast ever recorded.
Yeah, no more podcasts.
All podcasts.
Fuck you, Mick Garris. You can't get no Tim Capello, you son of a bitch.
You might open with Rob Zombie.
Rob Zombie. What's he ever done?
Yeah. Where's his oil and saxophone?
He can't even play the saxophone.
Yeah.
It's too short. He can't reach it.
It's like a tiny man with dreadlocks and a giant saxophone. I didn't even know that Rob Zombie was short. But
he's not. Yeah, he's tiny. He is. Yes.
Wow,
and he's not even buff or greased up.
Yeah. I mean,
I'll take buff and
might
greased
be a
up
little
any
greasy,
day.
But
that's the way I roll.
yeah, because buff is the stuff.
Yeah, we're gonna have Tim Capello followed by Buff Bagwell.
Wow, that's the greatest.
No, we'll see. We'll see if that works out. But maybe we shouldn't be talking about it on that before it's actually booked. But I'll always believe.
Yeah, that's right. To name it gives it power. I still believe.
So a new trailer for a movie that's set to premiere at SXSW called Game of Death is out.
Isn't that a Bruce Lee movie?
Maybe.
Yeah, it is. It was like his last movie.
Yeah. Is that when he got shot? Oh, that's his son.
It's Brandon Lee.
It's chock full of blood and gore and looks promising. I love these game-themed horror movies like 13 Sins, Cheap Thrills, where it's like some kind of fucked up game.
Yeah.
Would You Rather?
Ludo.
Jeffrey
Ludo
Combs.
was good, yeah. I didn't see Would You Rather. I know he was in that movie.
What? He's the main guy. He's the main bad
I
guy.
didn't know that.
The reanimator himself, Herbert West.
Oh.
You need to watch it. It's on Netflix.
Yeah, it is. I've been skipping it because I didn't like the art. But
And it also has, what's her name? Sasha Grey.
Oh.
The
wow.
gagster herself.
Yeah.
I'm hoping this one will deliver. In Game of Death, the players must kill 24 people to survive the game. And it's supposed to be reminiscent of early Peter Jackson in the gore level.
Yeah, we watched the preview before we recorded, and it looks pretty fucking gory.
It does. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah. There's some guts hanging off a car wheel. There's a lot of blood splatter. There's
Some intestines flying out all over the place.
Yeah, I'm guessing there's probably going to be some nudity. It seems like the kind of movie with the setup for some nudity.
I sure hope so. So that's it for horror news, huh?
Yeah, that's it.
So we'll be back with At the Movies. And this time when we went to the movies,
The movies came to us.
They came to us. We just interviewed Ben Kaplan. He was nice enough to forward us the screener for Slasher.com.
That man has fantastic teeth, by the way.
He does, huh?
He has really nice teeth.
He does. They're CGI. That's all the CGI.
When they're making Ben's teeth perfect.
CGI teeth. Yeah, so we're going to review some Slasher.com after this.
Hi, thanks for listening to the Postmortem Podcast. If you want to support us, go to our website at www.postmortemshow.com and click the Amazon link.
By clicking on the Amazon banner, Amazon will give a small percentage of the purchase price of your item back to the Postmortem Podcast at no additional cost to you. That's right. It doesn't cost you any money. We get money. You want us to keep doing this? You want more Doug Jones talk? You want more dick and fart talk? I don't care. We're going to do it.
Fund our filthy, filthy habits.
Yes, and they are many and they are fast.
And most of them aren't legal.
Yes. Click the banner. Just do it.
Come on, don't be a dick. Give us money.
Thanks to the folks over at Mucho Productions. Producciones. And Firefly Films, as well as actor and producer Ben Kaplan, who we interviewed last show.
And his fantastic teeth.
The man has immaculate teeth.
Immaculate. Fucking the teeth of gods.
I want to smell your breath, Kaplan.
I want to sniff your incisors.
We received a screener and were able to check out the upcoming movie, Slasher.com. It's available on DVD and at all major retailers March 7th. And now, Dom and JD at the movies.
Let's go down to the movies with Dom and JD, the blood, boobies, and Doug Jones. Psychos, monsters, bloody slashes, maniacs, and tits and asses, chainsaws, knives, and facial bashes on Postmortem. Let's go down to the movies with Dom and JD for some more Doug Jones. No, Doug Jones.
Yeah, 2017, directed by Chip Gubera.
Not even out for other people to see yet.
Not even out
has
for
been
other-
at the festivals.
It has, but yeah, starring Ben Kaplan, Morgan Carter, Rebecca Crowley, the iconic Jewel Shepard, and the also iconic R.A. Milhoff.
The fucking ageless Jewel Shepard.
I
She's
know.
like a vampire, man.
Yeah, she still looks good.
Yeah.
So,
Is not. She must be feeding on the souls of lesser actresses or something to keep her
she
looking up.
steals the teeth juice of Ben Kaplan.
Ben Kaplan's teeth are the only thing keeping her alive.
After meeting through online dating and talking for weeks, Jack and Chrissy agree to meet up for a weekend out at a cabin as their first date. But when they leave the comfort of the city to rural Missouri woods, they get more than they bargained for. And they get much more than that.
In the form of stabbing.
Yes. There's some spoons.
Yeah, some spoon action.
Hot spoon action. I really like the idea of like Tinder and POF murder.
Yeah.
I think that's a great concept, and this is like the first movie I've ever seen that actually used it.
Yeah. I mean, like, Perfect Child of Satan was kind of... They didn't really use the dating site so much as just meeting someone in a chat room or something like that.
On the internet, yeah.
Yeah, and going into a movie where you know someone who has made it or have interacted with someone who made it can be a little nerve-wracking because you're like, oh, God, I hope this doesn't suck. You know? And
For sure, it's always like
Yeah.
that. Whenever we get a screener, it's like
Yeah.
these people are so nice to give us their movie. They want us to review it. And there's been some that I've received and watched, and we haven't talked about.
Right, because they're not...
Because we don't want to bury them.
Yeah.
You know, we'll bury the mainstream movies all day long if
Yeah.
they suck. But there's a reason we're talking about this one.
Because it's good.
Because it's good, yeah. So Jack, played by Kaplan, is a sympathetic character. Talked online with Christy real smooth, but was super awkward when they met in person.
He conveyed that awkwardness really well,
He
too.
did. He was awesome about it. Kind of reminds me of me on my internet dating days when I wasn't drunk.
Except he didn't fuck her in the ass. Well, he may have.
She
We
didn't
just
go to
see
the
it.
bathroom, and then he was beating off when she came back.
Right.
Christy's one of those girls who acts super confident, but probably as a security blanket. They had to go to a cabin that was pretty similar to where me and Aubrey went to our honeymoon.
Yeah.
Like, that cabin looked a lot like our honeymoon site. They meet the proprietors, the Myers family. No relation to Michael.
Right.
Jewel Shepard is awesome as Mama, and my favorite part of the movie.
Yeah, she was fucking great. She owned her crazy.
She did. And
And-
she's like a combination of Mama Firefly and Mrs. Voorhees.
Yeah. And props to the people who made this movie for doing something kind of daring and sexualizing a woman over 40. Like, you don't see a lot of that. You know,
Yeah.
I mean,
Made her super slutty.
yeah,
And skanky.
yeah,
and,
and like she was still pretty fucking sexy, you know. Other than the fact that she might stab you.
yeah. Her love interest, played by R.A. Milhoff, is they have a skanky daughter named Caitlin, who's a redneck with purple hair.
Yeah, you know the thing I liked about Mihailoff playing he was the standard like big violent redneck, but like he was also kind of sentimental.
Yeah.
I thought it was really funny whenever it got into those little moments.
Yeah, those little ancestral moments. We get some perky titty skinny dipping.
Yeah, they don't fuck around with the nudity in this
No,
movie.
they don't.
It really
They
really
deliver.
went to its exploitation roots.
Yeah. And Ben gets up the courage to go for it and ends up banging Chrissy all night long, but they're being watched. And the watcher wants more than just to be looking through a peephole.
They would look through a butthole.
The weekend goes great until after a nightcap, Jack awakens, bound, and hearing Christy screaming, "Please let me go." So, yeah, that's when things take a turn for the worse.
So this movie does something really fucking cool. it makes you feel like it's going to be just another knockoff slasher movie, and really, really builds that feeling in the first 3/4 of the movie. Like it almost feels like it's lulling because you're like, oh, I've seen all this before. And then in that last act, it fucking revs it into high gear, and completely turns the trope on its ear.
Yep.
And I thought that was really, really smart. Like, at one point I was like, okay, this is derivative, and holy shit!
There's some good dialogue, too.
Yeah, there really is.
Yeah. So, camera work is pretty good.
Yeah.
As are the effects, except for a little CGI and a pile of dead bodies at one part of the movie. Delivers on the nudity multiple times and a good amount of gore and brutality.
The practical effects, the needle going into the guy's lower jaw. Up close
it's actually a knife. I thought it was a needle.
It's like a shank.
Like a shank kind of knife, Yeah, that was one of the best parts. And also the innovative use of a spoon in a bathtub. Yeah. Which we will not spoil, but we'll let you see for yourself because you guys got to buy this fucker when it comes out, March 7th.
I like the music in it. There was that sort of like dirty, butt-rocky blues metal. It kind of added to the exploitation feel of it.
Yeah.
There was only one thing about it that I thought they could have done better. And this is my only criticism of the movie because, like, some of the acting's over the top, but it has to be for this genre because it felt like an 80s slasher movie. They didn't need to shoot it in HD. He did the HD well because you can do HD bad.
Yeah.
This was a movie that would have been fucking perfect if it was
grainy,
if it was
VHS,
grit, you know?
Film.
Yeah. Just because you can shoot something in HD doesn't mean you should.
I just think I I completely agree with you, but the fact is they're coming out to Best Buy, Walmart, all the shit. Mm-hmm. I don't know if they'd get there if the camera wasn't like 1080p.
I don't know, you know, if he did it like how Robert Rodriguez did the Grindhouse movies, where it's an obvious throwback to something.
But you got the big budget, and you got to make it. You can make a HD movie for cheap, but to make it like shoot on real film and stuff like that, that is a budgetary restriction that they're dealing with. Yeah. So I think they did the best with what they could do.
Yeah,
I would have preferred that as well, but I think that it would have ate up a little bit of their budget because actually to make it grainy, that actually costs money because you're actually using real film.
Right.
You know what I mean? As opposed to...
And if you put a filter on it, it's obvious.
And it's very obvious, yeah. It looks like a old home movie from a B-horror movie or something. So they didn't try to reinvent the wheel. But
they just kind of put a different spin on the wheel.
Yep.
They slapped a new coat of paint on the wheel.
Just gave it a good and at times brutal and creepy story of fish out of water, but with some twists.
Yeah. And yeah, I thought Ben Kaplan's acting was really, really solid because like he makes this shift in the last part of the movie.
Oh yeah, he goes completely. Yeah, and we're not going to spoil anything here, but yeah.
But what he did very, very well.
He did, and he delivered. He plays, from him being the awkward to them being, romantically involved, to him being terrorized and shit. Yeah. He definitely hits different emotions very well in this movie.
Yeah.
It's very reminiscent of an 80s slasher with the over-the-top acting, story, and music at times.
Yeah.
Kind of like Texas Chainsaw Massacre meets an exploitation flick with some pro wrestling style fighting involved.
Oh, yeah, the backbreaker.
yeah. The backbreaker. So if you guys don't take this too seriously, have some fun. It's like a throwback to the movies we grew up on.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a popcorn movie.
It is. And Kaplan's character really delivers towards the end of the movie.
Yeah. I want to see what this director does later down the line. If he can get picked up in a situation where maybe he could make that grittier movie later down the line and have it taken seriously out the gate.
Well, and he also told us in the last interview on the last episode that they made that movie The Slua.
Yeah.
After this, right? So, we got that to look forward to. See how that one goes.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, what would you rate this? What's our rating system? I already forgot.
It was newborn clown pornographers.
Newborn clown pornographers.
I'm gonna give it like a 7.75.
Okay. 7.75, pretty strong.
Yeah. Out of 10.
Yeah, I get it 7.4. So. Averaging together, that's like a 7.5, 7.6. That's pretty strong.
Yeah, good movie. Definitely, when this hits whatever medium you like to watch movies from, check it out. I could see it hitting Netflix or Amazon or something like that in the near future too. For sure, yeah. But yeah, he said they're going to hit those kind of streaming platforms, but first they're exclusive to actual have physical DVDs at Walmart, Best Buy, those kind of carriers. So go to your local Best Buy, buy this fucker. I mean, it's worth it. Support independent horror. Support independent horror. Support the people who support this show. Absolutely. Good work, Ben. So there's their website, as we said in the last episode, I believe it's slasher dot with it spelled out. Yeah. Com
or slasher.com
Yeah.
So look up Ben Kaplan on Facebook and look up slasher.com on
Admire
Facebook.
Ben's teeth. They're great teeth.
Admire his teeth. Ben Kaplan's teeth is a fetish.
It is. It's my fetish.
Yeah, we thank them for the screener. We're hoping to get a lot more screeners in the future. Send your shit to postmortemshow@gmail.com.
Yeah, we might interview you if you don't suck.
No, we'll interview you.
Even if you do suck.
Yeah. And send us your shit. I mean, if it's horrible, depending on your attitude, we might bury you. But I wouldn't do that to like someone like him.
Right.
He was awesome.
Right.
And it was good. So that's we want to push it to the moon.
That's a bonus. It's very, very, very pleasant surprise. Yeah.
Yeah. So send us your shit. We will review it. You will hear about it, and we will link to it and show to our thousands of listeners on this here shitty show that we do called Postmortem.
But not the Mick Garris postmortem.
Yes, no, the real Postmortem show. We are the Postmortem show, and now we are 54 episodes deep. Garris, you little son of a bitch.
You know how they used to? They had the Ghostbusters cartoon, and they because there was like that shitty Hanna-Barbera's Ghostbusters cartoon, and then they made the one based on the movie, and it was the real Ghostbusters. We should just call ourselves the real Postmortem.
The real Postmortem.
Yeah.
Will the real Postmortem please stand up?
Please stand up.
Please stand up. That was fucking retarded.
Yeah.
All right, we will be back with our top 5 buddies.
Yes.
Our top 5 friends, duos, partners,
Amigos.
compadres, amigos of horror. The top 5 buddies after this.
Available now at gravecommand.bandcamp.com. The debut album of Grave Command.
Yeah, what happens when you get deep, crust, grindcore, and combine it with Motorhead?
It gets brutal as fuck.
That's when you get Grave Command. We are not fucking around, ladies and gentlemen. It is my band, Grave Command. It's our first CD. It is available now. Soon it will be coming out on vinyl record, CD, and even cassette. And 8-track.
Anything like Hall & Oates.
It doesn't sound like Hall & Oates, and we're going to have 8 tracks, cassettes, CDs, vinyl records.
Yeah.
Any format.
Hand crank phonographs.
Laser discs.
You're gonna etch it into a cave wall
Those
and have
little-
someone play it on a pan flute.
Those little wax tubes.
Yeah.
You know, Thomas Edison first recordings?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go that far to get this fucker out there. But if you guys like punk rock,
We're gonna
and
have
you
a
like
blind
fucking-
homeless man fart it into a can and then mail it to someone.
That's exactly what the recording is, though.
Oh, okay, cool.
But if you guys like punk rock, check it out. Grave Command. We're on Facebook, and you can get some free preview tracks at gravecommand.bandcamp.com. And we're back with the top 5 buddies in horror.
My first one is Buddy Royale.
No. He's not a horror buddy. He's just a buddy.
I thought you said whore. God damn it.
Like we said, our pre-qualifiers. They can't be fucking.
Right.
They can't be related.
Right.
They have to be friends.
Right.
Platonic friends.
Not even with benefits.
And I just want to let you know that this list is inspired by you.
Yeah?
You're the chive to my potato.
We are the number 0 horror buddies.
You're the Hall to my oats. The Simon to my Garfunkel.
Aw.
My heterosexual life mate. 54 episodes and over a year later, you haven't got tired of my dick jokes.
I'm tearing up.
You still keep coming back.
You're the Tapatio to my chili dog.
Yeah. We're horror buddies.
That's
Here
right.
at Postmortem, Dom and JD. We are the official buddies of horror.
That's right.
And that's why we're going to give you our top 5 horror buddies. Starting with Dom's number 5.
At number 5, I'm going to start with the movie Cemetery Man, Frank Delamort and Nagi.
Yeah.
They have a very touching relationship because Nagi's kind of retarded.
Wait. We said they can't be touching in their relationship.
The relationship is touching. They don't touch each other.
Oh, okay.
That would be gross. Because Nagi's kind of retarded, and Frank takes care of him, makes sure he has a job, and feeds him. I think he eats SpaghettiOs is all he eats, and is very kind of paternal to him. But they're still very good friends. And when Frank's in a pinch, Nagi comes out and saves him. And they're going to be my number 5 buddies in Cemetery Man, which a lot of people haven't seen that movie. I know we've mentioned it a few times, but go find Cemetery Man, or Delamort is also what it's called.
I haven't seen it for years. Last time I saw it, I was probably 14 years old.
Yeah.
So yeah, I do need to revisit this fucker. So yeah, Cemetery Man is good. My number 5 are 2 white-gloved, bleach-blonde little assholes, Paul and Peter from Funny Games.
Nice. Yeah.
They're not brothers, even though they look like brothers.
Yeah.
It's never said that they're brothers in the whole movie. I had to research it because I thought of them. I said, wait, are they brothers? It's never said they're brothers.
Right.
It also has never said that they're fucking.
Right. It could be. Where was that movie made? Is it a Swedish movie?
The original version?
Yeah.
I can't remember what country it is,
Okay.
but the original version is not English, but the English version is still good with Tim Roth.
I've never
and
seen
Naomi
the English
Watts.
version.
It's actually good.
Okay.
It's not as good as the original, but it still is good. And can I get an egg? Can I borrow an egg? You don't have an egg? Fuck you. We're going to torture your family. I broke the egg. I broke the egg. Can I have another egg? It's fucking awesome.
Yeah, it's a great movie.
And they just have to have a good time. That's why it's called Funny Games.
Yeah.
They're just having fun.
That's kind of a hard movie. Like, I had to watch it in 2 settings because it's pretty emotionally fucking jagged.
It is. It's jarring.
It's a hard pill to swallow.
It is. And if you watch the American version, they kind of polish it up a little bit, but it's still good.
Yeah, the original one. I haven't seen the American version, but the original version's gritty as fuck.
Yeah. Do they do the rewinding sequence in the original that they do in the American? Where they rewind the movie and then replay it? I didn't remember. See, I saw the original, and then years later...
That.
I saw the original. Years later, I saw the American version, and there's a sequence in the movie to where something happens, and then it shows it it's rewound while you're watching it, and then it replays and something different happens.
I haven't seen that movie in about 10 years, so it's not super fresh in my mind.
Yeah, I saw the fucking foreign version right when it came out. I saw the American version maybe only 3 years ago or something like that. But when I thought about buddies and I was thinking about this list, I'm like, we're some asshole buddies.
Violent
that
buddies.
They're friends, but they're dicks.
Yeah.
And that's where I came up with Paul and Peter from Funny Games.
Nice. My number 4, Glenn and Terry in the Gate.
Yeah.
Great friends. Great taste in music.
The elder
Shitty
gods.
CG.
Yeah.
and they're such good friends that in the sequel, when Glenn goes away, the sequel is still based on Terry's friendship with Glenn, even though Glenn isn't even in the movie.
Yeah.
The whole movie is about how his life has been shit since Glenn was gone.
And he's got badass glasses.
Yeah, he does.
Jeffrey Dahmer glasses. You can't. Either you wear that glasses as a power move or not a power move.
Yeah, one way or the other.
Yeah, one way or the other. Either you're taking severed dicks and put them in the refrigerator for later, or asking for your stapler.
I'll burn down the building.
My number 4 are Anna and Lucy from Martyrs.
Yeah,
Good friends.
really good friends.
Really
Willing
good
to
friends.
Kill for each other.
Willing to kill from each other, willing to die from each other. Everything was fucking crazy. That's a great movie. Martyrs, if you haven't seen it, or Musinisi.
Musinisi? I don't know.
Is that what it says? We're just looking at the
don't speak
actual French poster that's right here in the B word. Morjana Alulu Mylene Jampagnois. Is that how you would say that?
Yeah, something like that. He's all French just sounds like. That's Hank
Sounds like
Skinny.
Hank Skinny.
Yeah.
He invented the French language.
He's not an omitophile. He's just French.
Yeah, but from the orphanage days to coming back and shooting families at the breakfast table
That's right. Blowing the fuck away.
to fighting supernatural creatures. Yeah, Martyrs is a fucking crazy ass movie. It's one of the best movies of all time.
Super
in my opinion.
intense.
One of my favorite horror movies. It's got to be top 5 for me
Yeah.
of all time. So, Anna and Lucy have a bond of friendship that cannot be matched. And that's why they're my number 4.
Nice. My number 3, it's a cross-species friendship. Billy and Gizmo and Gremlins.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
My number 3 is also a cross-species friendship.
Yeah.
But it's not Billy and Gizmo.
Yeah. Billy the human and Gizmo the Mogwai. They're buddies for sure.
They are buddies.
And Gizmo...
But this number 3 would not be complete without your sound effect.
Okay. Which one? My duh.
Your Mogwai sound. You can fucking take that to the fucking bank. Cash that check. You're not going to hear a better Mogwai impression than Dom.
Talented ass uvula.
That's why he's my horror buddy.
That's right.
Because of how talented his uvula is. He got a talented mouth, Dom.
That's right. No gag reflex.
My number 3, also, like you said, sometimes friendship can transcend species. Like when a Jack Russell Terrier and a mentally handicapped man with the heart of a child have to join together to fight trolls. Rimshot and Ernest P. Worrell from Ernest Scared Stupid are my number 3 horror buddies.
There you go.
Rimshot helps him drive cars.
Rimshot's fucking the dog.
Okay, so the official dog of Postmortem is Biff.
Right.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
How do we... What kind of luck do we have?
What kind of mistakes did we make in our lives?
This retarded guy, Ernest, has a dog that can drive cars, do fucking complicated sequences of events to make things happen.
Yeah.
And we have Biff.
whose balls can't even drop.
Yeah. Who's just happy to be here.
Yeah.
The official dog of Postmortem. If you guys ever wonder what the fuck that black and white dog is doing all over everything, that's my retarded dog. He is retarded. He's blind in one eye.
Yeah.
He's definitely
got the Shawn Michaels eye.
He's got the HBK lazy eye.
When I came in here today, like, he ran up to me and sat on the ground in front of me, and I just held my finger out and put it on his nose, and he just sat there. And, like, I pushed a little bit more, and he just kept pulling his head back. And I think that if I kept pushing, he would just snap his own head off for me.
Probably, yeah. He's very needy.
Yeah, very.
But why don't I have Rimshot? I have Biff. I have Biff Shot. That's what Bailey got. Is Biff shot.
She got the Biff Shot. Teen mom.
God damn it. Fuck you, Biff. Official dog of Postmortem. Man's best friend? No. You're not my horror buddy, Biff.
That's right. Been usurped. My number 2, they're sort of my standard for horror buddies, and I've mentioned them a lot, and I sort of use them whenever we talk about, like, movies where people are just douchebags for the sake of being douchebags, and how this is, I think, the kind of antithesis to that. And that's Teddy and Jim, Friday the 13th, the final chapter. Crispin Glover and the other guy.
And the other guy.
they just have, I mean, they're still kind of dicks to each other, but their banter's so good, and all the talk about the computer and the dead fuck and all that. You know, they feel like real, genuine friends.
I think that Crispin needs to be a more prominent featured name.
Yeah.
Because who names their kid Crispin anymore?
Yeah.
You know, we need some more Crispins.
Yeah. If you get another dog in the future, name it Crispin.
Crispin? I don't know. Crispin and Biff.
Biff, Bailey, and Crispin.
Oh my god.
Crispin Wah.
That's what I named him, Crispin? Wah. God damn it. My number 2. 7 years ago, and a lot of boobs and demons later, Corey and Terrence from Soul Keeper.
I could not remember the title of that fucking movie for the life of me, and the only reason I didn't ask you is because I knew it would be on your list.
Yeah, because I suggested you watch it.
Yeah.
Because no one's ever heard of this fucking movie called Soul Keeper, which is amazing. Such a good, underrated horror comedy. Some of the best buddies, and Zeus has a perfect penis.
He does, and he's not afraid to talk about it.
His code for his security is perfect.
Yep.
And what can I do? Why can I find this information? He's a hacker, Zeus.
Yeah.
Cross-eyed Zeus.
Debo.
Debo, yeah. Tiny Lister is a hacker. A buff-ass hacker with cross-eyes.
Well, I mean, he was the president in The Fifth Element, so...
What can I find this information? Because you have the perfect penis. It makes him say it.
Yeah. It's a really good movie, especially for a sci-fi movie.
Yeah. It wasn't actually a sci-fi movie. That's why it's good.
Okay.
It's because it was this low-budget movie, which has pretty... I mean, it's not extremely low budget. There's a bunch of tits and, like, hell and demons and shit. So like it's pretty good.
Some dodgy special effects. I think that's for the low budget shows.
I love the puppet.
Yeah,
I hate the CGI.
The puppet's awesome.
I love it. The puppet though. Yeah, and the stop motion and shit. Like
great dialogue. Again, those guys feel like real friends too.
Yeah. So Soul Keeper, if you guys haven't seen it, I don't know where the fuck you can find it.
I think you have to torrent it, honestly.
If you can't find it, you just send a little message to postmortemshow@gmail.com. The Postmortem Facebook, you give us 5 stars on iTunes and write us a review, and we'll make sure you get it somehow.
Has anyone reviewed us on iTunes?
Yeah, there's some reviews.
I gotta go look at that. I'm curious.
Yeah. Dude, we're doing fucking huge numbers now.
Nice.
Between SoundCloud,
I knew we were
YouTube,
doing big
Stitcher, and
numbers,
iTunes, we're fucking killing it.
Huh.
I think we got a little bump from Mick Garris.
Yeah.
From his
Probably
little
helped us out,
podcast
yeah.
with his name.
Yeah.
People are searching for it. They're seeing ours. They're listening to ours anyway. Fuck it.
We got
Then we got another bump from Breitbart talking shit about us.
Yeah.
Our live shows. I mean, we're doing it.
Yeah. And we got a bump from Tim Capello, even though he hasn't been on the show yet. Just the mere mention of him possibly being on the show.
That's you know what we're gonna do is from now on, Tim Capello. We're gonna promote it. It's the biggest podcast ever. The biggest postmortem show of all time is when we get Tim Capello on the show.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it's going to be next show. I don't know if it's going to be 100 shows from now. But it's going to happen.
We may be 85 years old and having to resurrect him from the dead.
If he dies, we're going to interview his corpse.
That's right.
Because we still believe.
We can do a Ouija board interview. The world's first Ouija board interview on Postmortem.
Oh.
But we'll have to have Mike Flanagan direct it so it doesn't suck.
No, we have to get Bill's stepmother, Missy, from Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. Or Bogus Journey, I should say. To do a conjuring.
Yeah, that's right. Wonder what she's up to these days.
Me too.
Cocaine.
All right.
My number 1. These are 4 buddies, not just 2. But I think they are some of the best buddies in all of horror. Peter Venkman, Ray Stantz, Egon Spengler, and Winston Zeddemore in Ghostbusters.
They're pretty good buddies.
I think that what makes that movie isn't necessarily even the supernatural and the horror elements in it. It's all of the shit that happens in between.
I love me some Egon. I love me the black guy. I love me the other guy. I love me some Rick Moranis. But the thing that makes this movie work is Bill Murray.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. He's the glue that holds it together.
Dan Aykroyd is fine. He's the poor man's Bill Murray. We all can agree on that.
Dan Aykroyd was, like, Bill Murray was the glue that held that movie together, but I feel like Dan Aykroyd was the soul of it because he wrote that script about his brother. Because his brother's an actual, like, legitimate professional paranormal investigator.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
And he wrote that as sort of a tribute to his brother, but, like, also kind of a rib on him.
Venkman.
Yeah.
But, a glorious name.
Yeah, Venkman definitely held it together, but I feel like Venkman was the structure that held it together, but Dan Aykroyd was the foundation that it was built on.
Yeah.
And, brilliant movie, but it goes without saying. I mean, everyone knows that Ghostbusters is a fucking amazing movie. If you don't like Ghostbusters, fucking punch yourself in the dick right now. You know? But what makes that movie great is what happens in between and those character interactions, and, like, a lot of it was improvised. You know, they had a sort of structure that they were working with and a little bit of a script, but a lot of it was just them riffing off of each other.
But they're all good, too.
Right.
You know,
they're all buddies in real life.
Yeah. Really?
Yeah.
So you're saying that Ernie Hudson and Rick Moranis hang out together on a regular basis?
I don't think Rick Moranis hangs out with anyone right now, but
he shrinks them all. He's like all of his best friends and family that are just all of a sudden shrunken.
That would be a great horror movie. Rick Moranis shrinking Hollywood.
Just like the Queen of England.
Yeah.
Got to go a couple episodes back, but he did shrink the Queen of England.
That's right, he did.
Yeah. So my number one, I think you would think this would be on my list, knowing me. But my number one, there's been movies and a TV show. And countless adventures. In comedy, in sci-fi, and in horror. But my best friends, platonic friends, not romantically inclined, not related to each other, but friends and colleagues, are Mulder and Scully from the X-Files.
Yeah. Yeah, they were never romantically linked.
No, they had to, like, I think they kissed once or something like that, but they never were, like, really fucking.
Right.
I don't think he ever got it in.
Yeah.
Maybe the tip.
Yeah. Everyone wanted it to happen, and they didn't do it, and that's kind of what kept it going.
Yeah, because what are you going to go from there? They break up? Or what?
It's like Dave and Maddie on Moonlighting. They fucked and then the show dies.
But the episodes of X-Files, you know, I've rewatched many X-Files. I've seen the whole series. Besides, I kind of check out when the Terminator comes in.
It's not worth it at that point.
At that point. But before that, I've seen all the episodes 4 times.
Wow.
And the only other show I've seen that many times, I think, might be Breaking Bad. Maybe that was 3 times. But I love me some fucking X-Files.
Yeah, it's a great show.
I love the comedy X-Files. I love the lone gunman, the 3 little dorky characters. I love the relationship between Mulder and Scully, and I extremely love the horror. You know,
and they go dark places with that.
Yeah,
show.
the redneck incestual cannibals. You know, that kind of shit. There's some good fucking episodes. Tombs.
Yeah.
Eugene Toombs is like a human moth.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of cool stuff. The genie in the fucking carpet in the storage unit.
They take stupid ass ideas sometimes and turn it into fucking gold.
The one where it's the freaks that live in a trailer park of like oddities.
Yeah.
And they're being killed one by one.
Yeah.
And you think that like at the beginning of the episode, you think this guy's going to kill these kids in a pool, but he's their dad.
Yeah.
And then he gets killed.
And there's the weird Elephant Man kid episode where like he's obsessed with that movie Mask with Cher.
Yeah.
All he wants to do is see Cher. And that's like the end as they take him to a Cher concert.
Yeah, there's fucking... And I like the one with Gary Shandling playing Mulder.
Yeah.
You know, when they have the actual movie based on them in their own little universe. Like, Mulder and Scully, that's the best.
Yeah.
You can't top it.
Yeah, so. And they had a great relationship. Duchovny and what's her name? Gillian Anderson had a great chemistry just from moment one. Like the moment she walked into his office and he started just kind of talking shit to her, you're like, oh, this is going to be a good relationship.
Yeah, and the thing is too, like with the buddies, the horror buddies, horror friends, like you always think of boy.
Yeah.
Boy girl is not necessarily the typical horror buddies.
Yeah.
That's why that's my number one, because they are fucking that good of a friend.
Yeah.
But also
platonic.
Off the radar. You know, when you think about horror buddies, you're going to think of our honorable mentions, probably.
Yeah.
You know, besides what we have on our list.
Right.
Once you fire yours off.
First obvious one is Tucker and Dale. It was too obvious to put on the list. Tucker and Dale versus Evil, obviously. Buddy,
I thought it was going to be on your list for sure.
Yeah. Roger Mortis and Doug Bigelow in Dead Heat. That was the zombie cop movie that I was.
Oh yeah,
about.
that's a good one.
Yeah, they have a great relationship because they start out not liking each other, and then by the end of the movie they're good friends.
Yeah.
And then he has to go die.
Roger Mortis.
Yeah.
What a name.
John Connor and the T-800 in Terminator 2 Judgment Day. That's not even a cross-species friendship. That's like a dude being friends with his toaster. Yeah, they had a good relationship, and I know now why you cry. It's sad. Movie that I actually just watched last night, but they had a very realistic friendship. Is Colleen and Yoga Hosers, which I did not know was the sequel to Tusk until I watched the movie.
Yeah, a lot of people talk shit about it. It was okay. I like the Nazi sausages.
Yeah.
It's fucking way out there.
It was silly as fuck.
Crazy.
Yeah. It was just it was silly.
There's too much singing.
Yeah, but they felt like real friends. And maybe they are.
I like
in real
them.
life.
It's just too much singing and too much. Like, I feel like it's a movie that's made for girls.
Yeah,
like if you're a teenage girl and you saw that, you'd love it.
Yeah,
you know,
but
with the singing and that.
Teenage girls need their horror too,
for sure.
And my last one on the list is also a boy-girl friendship. Ellen Ripley and Corporal Hicks in Aliens.
Yeah, there you go.
They had that unspoken respect between the two of them.
Yeah.
And fucking Alien 3 had to kill them off. Mm-hmm. You know, they could have gone elsewhere with that. And apparently they're planning on going elsewhere with that. And in the future, after they get this prequel stuff done, they're talking about doing sequels that invalidate Alien 3 and beyond, and pick up where
there's no Winona Ryder.
Yeah. But it's going to be interesting.
That's when she turned heel. For a while, Winona Ryder turned heel.
You know, and what pisses me off about Alien Resurrection is that I fucking love the directors of that movie. They did Delicatessen and City of Lost Children.
Delicatessen is awesome.
Yeah, and it had a great cast. Ron Perlman, Michael Wincott. You know, even Winona Ryder was promising on the bill. And then they
Just didn't execute, yeah.
they
Sometimes
just
ideas...
botched the spot.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, Ripley and Hicks had a very very good friendship.
Yep. All right, is that your last one?
Yep.
All right. My first honorable mention is Deathgasm, the band.
Yeah.
The two, especially the two main characters.
Yeah.
Because even with them, with the plot, with the girl, and everything that happens, at the end, they're still friends.
Yeah.
And he speaks to him from beyond the grave on the record.
It's important.
Yeah.
That's what you do. If I die, that's what I'm going to do for you.
Okay, you're going to speak to me through my record player?
Yeah, through your 8-track player.
Oh, yeah. Through my 8-track player and my lowrider. My second honorable mention is Elvis Presley and the Black JFK from Bubba Hotel.
Oh, yeah.
Almost made my list, really.
Yeah.
I thought of Martyrs at the last second, and that's what I replaced it with. But I wanted to have funny games on there because we have not talked about that.
Yeah, not much, yeah.
Talk about Martyrs all the time, but fucking Elvis Presley and the Black JFK from Bubba Hotep are amazing. Shaun and Ned from Shaun of the Dead, that goes without saying.
Yeah.
Michael and Kyle from Brain Scan.
Yeah.
You know, they had the horror club at high
Yeah,
school.
they did.
I wish my high school had a fucking horror club.
Fuck.
Seth and Richie Gecko from Dusk Till Dawn are brothers.
Yeah.
So they're a cool little friendship relationship, but because they're brothers, they couldn't make the list. Henry and Otis from Henry, a Serial Killer.
Yeah. It was kind of implied that they were fucking. And in real life, Henry O'Toole, or Otis Toole and Harry Lucas were fucking.
But in the movie, it does not show them fucking.
That's right. That's true. Yeah.
So that's why they're on the honorable mentions.
Yeah.
Billy and Stu from Scream. Mm-hmm. I like Stu.
Yeah.
Stu's the best character.
Stu's great,
in the whole movie,
yeah.
yeah. So, the Fat Stoner and Seth Green from Idle Hands.
Whoever the fat stoner is.
Michael and Reggie from Phantasm.
Yeah, that's a...
All the Phantasm. That's a friendship.
Friendship for the ages.
Yeah, for sure.
From beyond the grave.
I mean, with the last Phantasm, I know a lot of people talk shit about it, but I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
It really tied it all up in a nice little package for me to open and digest and keep in my soul forever because now the Tall Man is dead.
And it was a real, story, you know?
Yeah.
There was...
It was.
It wasn't just like a cynical sequel.
Yeah, and it had some questionable CGI, sky images and giant balls and that kind of shit. But CGI giant balls. But the story, the writing was good.
Yeah.
You know, some of the execution on some of the effects might have been questionable, but it was still, to me, I really liked it.
I really liked the ghost chick when she was floating, but her toes were scraping the ground and making the cement spark.
Yeah.
That was a cool effect.
And then Reggie's song by the fireplace, of course, goes without mention. That should have been our top 5 musical moments. Oh, Dawn, I want to fuck you. A movie I've never talked about on this here show that no one has ever seen besides me, probably, called The Pact, a.k.a. The Secret Pact, where Ryder Strong from Boy Meets World is a hitman who goes to prep school in Canada to kill a kid. He's a high school hitman.
I've never heard of this.
No one's ever heard of it. He goes to kill a kid in Canada at a prep school in a witness protection program for the mob. But when he finds out that his best friend is the kid he's supposed to kill, will he do it?
Oh, wow.
It's so low budget. No one's ever heard of it. But, you know, there's some movies you see that, I don't know if it's the time you saw it or, you know, what was going on in your life, or you just kind of think about them and maybe you track them down and find them and they still hold up for you.
Yeah.
Even though if you saw it right now, you completely fucking hate it and bury it all day long. But because I saw this at a certain time on a fucking Blockbuster, you know, tape and shit like that, I still like it and I have it.
Nice.
I'll let you see it if you want to see it.
Check it out
You
sometime.
might laugh at it, but yeah. And my last group of friends, the Losers Club from It.
Yeah.
That's a good group of friends.
Yeah, they are.
So.
Speaking of weird-ass old movies, Michelle showed me a preview for a movie last night that I have never heard of, and I don't know how I never heard of this movie. It's called Tammy and the T-Rex. Have you heard of this?
Sounds familiar.
It's Paul Walker and Denise Richards. And it's a romantic comedy, except Paul, and they're both like high school kids, so they're super young. Like, this was made in the early to mid 90s.
Like before Starship Troopers?
Yeah. Paul Walker gets in an accident. Oops. Dies. Oops. The doctor who was operating on him turns out to be a mad scientist, pulls out his brain and puts it in an animatronic T-Rex.
The fuck?
And then the T-Rex still has Paul Walker's brain and emotion and is trying to, like, find his girlfriend that he's in love with.
That's fucking weird.
Yeah. I had never heard of this movie before. It sounds fucking absolutely... And there's, like, seen, like, crappy mid-90s CG of Denise Richards riding an animatronic T-Rex.
Dude, I gotta see that because recently I rewatched Starship Troopers for probably the 50th time.
Right.
I love me some Starship Troopers, the first one.
Yeah.
And then also the next day I watched Wild Things.
Oh.
Still holds up.
Yeah.
Not just for the three-way scene and all that stuff, but that's a good movie.
Yeah, it is.
Little twists and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But so now I do watch some Denise Richards on a fucking T-Rex to complete the trifecta.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and find that movie. I'll let you know if I encounter it.
Right.
That sounds like the kind of batshit nonsense that needs to be in my brain.
It does. Well, we hope you've enjoyed our horror buddies, top 5 horror buddies, friends. Dom, stop rubbing my inner thigh.
Ain't it good to know that you got a friend?
This is not Toy Story, but you do have a friend in me.
That's right.
But you need to stop rubbing my inner thigh because it's supposed to be about platonic friends.
That's not my hand, by the way.
What? Biff, get down.
All right, well, as H.P. Lovecraft once said, as he helped deliver a newborn clown.
and then fuck it.
If it smells like fish,
throw the fucker back.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Here we go. Here we go. You got a friend in me. You got a friend in me. When the world looks rough ahead and you're miles and miles from your nice warm bed, you just remember what your pal said. But you got a friend in me. Ba-da-da-da-da-ba.